we are live and have a match versus LittleBob. Let's check out his profile real quickly. We haven't played before against him, okay. Or do we? No, we haven't. Nice. New opponent, so let's load in there. He has the first turn, so we of course have the second one. He takes Engineering Genius, and I get Alex and the Wrong Roads, or Confucius and the Wrong Roads. I am more of an Alex type still, so we'll go with that. I know some other people would argue they like Confucius more, but yeah, that's just their preference. So he could take Colosseum and Confucius here if he wants. No wonder for him. He maybe wants those permits. So let them stay on 2, I would say. Super early iron. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can take one card. I could take this rich land here. Yeah, I'm probably gonna do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So permits on 2, iron on 2. Development of science, that can be super early iron here, especially for him. Then he has to skip his wonder for now. What else do we have here? Joan of Arc, no Bach. He has not taken that iron, so we get that. Great. I think that I want Alex here. I definitely want that iron. I think I'm gonna just go for that iron next turn, then I don't have to go for the lab. And then I don't have to go for the wrong roads yet. Do I want that drama? I could also go Eleanor. We don't have a leader, so go for Eleanor this turn. Could be interesting. Hey Ben. Very good. Could also skip the lab. I mean, after I've gone for the iron, I have a lot of things to upgrade and I have the wrong roads to finish, so I don't need that lab maybe. I think I want Eleanor. Eleanor here is interesting. We don't have another leader, so getting her now has a lot of value. He probably wants this code. Let's see, he will get extra rocks, so he can finish the pyramids this turn with that Engineering Genius. And then we next turn, we take those rocks as well and then upgrade all the iron. Yeah, and we're gonna have a lot of rocks. Then you can't do much else. I mean, if I were him, maybe I wouldn't even take the code this turn, but he can. On the other hand, he maybe wants to finish the pyramids. I don't think he can do both. No. So we'll leave the code on 2, that of course is an option as well. Then I'll play that Good Harvest here. Planning. Okay, let's take the rocks and planning. Could go trade routes or the warfare. But the extra science from the trade routes is pretty good. Could even take the breakthrough here. That is a really, really strong card, and build one warrior. Yeah, the breakthrough is pretty good. I think I want that. I have such a low science protection that I want the breakthrough. Yeah. I could go for the Vast. Yeah, I kind of also want to keep the tactic. You do get some culture from Eleanor here, which is great. Rebellion is interesting. Crafts even more rocks. Hey Fingers, early stream, yeah, pretty early stream. Mixing it up a little bit. So he will have a lot of civil actions. He has the permits and the code. Will he also go for knights? Yeah, he will. I'm still gonna push with Eleanor. And then probably the rebellion. Like ages. Okay, that he avoided that quite nicely. Spending all of his science. And then on the one hand, I really want printing press. But I also really want to finish the Roman roads. Getting stronger as well. This is a good turn. Then maybe get the next printing press. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, he could cut the PP, but then that's alright. There's still 2 alchemies I could go for. I could just build the extra lab. Yeah, if he denies the printing press, I can just build a lab. Influence, no influence yet with our culture. Next turn could be problematic because we have a lot of stuff that we need to spend, especially popping. Could pop 3 times. I mean, that helps with corruption. But I also would like a printing press. So what could be our plan for the next age? We need a new government form. There is Robespierre. We still need some happy faces. Brand Circus will be gone. I did just play Rebellion, so maybe... but we still have a very healthy yellow bank. So... and there's also still the Forbidden City. And he doesn't have good protection. We have the iron. We really should make that work somehow. If we find something to spend all of those rocks, he will go for. Okay, okay. I still really want to push with Eleanor. Card draw is crucial. Develop territory. Yeah, the science would be great. He will send 2, 3 easily. Now, at least make it a little bit expensive for him. Has to be the knight and a lot of cards. So let's see if I can go for printing press. I don't really think I can. Because of corruption. So maybe set up next turn to go for the printing press. Next turn I can build 2 printing presses. On the other hand, why do I pop this often? I need an extra happy face anyway because of the rebellion. I want to be able to push next turn. So I think I can just build that this turn. And next turn I can develop printing press, pop, and build those two. I think I like that. Okay, at least we draw something to push the foray. Which is also good versus Nostradamus. Yeah, I was surprised by his actions as well a little bit. He did go for that drama and went for Nostradamus for 3 civil actions. That is quite expensive. Okay, he will go for Theocracy, rebuild that knight, show tactic, irrigation, alright, yeah. All of that is okay. Still gonna push the foray. Amelia, now I have to push. I think 2 printing press is just good here. And yeah, there's the foray, which you're gonna lose. Alternative is to go for Swordsman, just to be able to win that. The chances aren't that high that it comes out, and if he gets the foray, and this is just not... And what else do I do, even? Can't increase pop because of the rebellion. And this would work, that does make me stronger. But he's just gonna get stronger afterwards. I think I would just want those printing presses out this turn. Get the science up, that's really good. Rebellion doesn't hit any one of us. Okay, he will also upgrade his production. Do I want to push? And if it's near deposits, I'm gonna have quite a lot of corruption. But it's H2 cards. I really want to draw H2 cards. Yeah, give him the fray. Raiders is fine. We have so much stuff anyway. Oh, extra science. Hey, Weinbaum. Hello, peepees. Yeah, indeed. Hello, peepees. There's a lot of good cards here, but next turn maybe Scientific Method, Opera. Forbidden City is still interesting. Gaudi's good here. There's not that many culture leaders. If I get this Gaudi here, I can also go for him next turn. In general, I like him. Maybe just have the corruption, go for Forbidden City. And they aren't the best H2 wonders. I really need extra civil actions. I can finish this next turn. Then maybe go for Gaudi. He might also like Gaudi, but he could also be looking for Darwin. I guess then I don't increase pop here. Then I can just grab that, upgrade once. I'll start building it. I'll grab Masonry, true. Masonry. How does that do it? Next time we develop that, finish this in 2 turns. 2 civil actions. Yeah, that's great actually. Can also help with building methods and operas if we do go for Gaudi. Yeah, I think I like that Masonry. Works great here, works for Railroad. Yeah, Masonry has a lot of good uses. I guess I could play the immigration. Better than the other two, really. Hard to say. Get to wars. So we have a backup plan. If there's no Gaudi for us, we have a backup plan. So he can also go for Gaudi. He can grab him, grab scientific methods, develop them this time because of Gaudi. And then upgrade maybe. It would be strong. Yeah, we can also go Darwin, sure. Helps with our civil actions even more. And we do have science, so we would need him more than Gaudi. Okay, we'll deny that. Okay, now it's interesting. Now he still really wants to go for Darwin. Maybe we just have to deny him now. I think I'm gonna play the immigration, right? Yeah, you have to draw those H2 cards with Eleanor. They always can be tactics after all. Alright, how does that work? Skip the opera, grab the other one, get out of corruption instead. We have enough science for Cornwall or Republic next turn. Yeah, denying him Darwin I think is pretty important. Giving us extra civil actions. This has to be good. So we need food and we need civil and military action still. I mean, I would take a happy face if he gives us for 1, can even bid 2. Makes him pay the knight. It is important for that immigration. Next one I maybe could go for team sports. He wants to go for scientific method this turn, and then he still can go for Newton. So it's not like he won't get a good leader. Just won't have a culture leader. Yeah, opera can also be good. Okay, he does go for Catherine. So really want to get stronger. That is an argument for the team sports. Also allows the Kremlin, could grab Kremlin next turn and finish it. Still no happy faces, which is sad. But we might get that extra population from the immigration. Opera solves corruption. Opera would solve corruption. But we don't get the extra prop from the immigration then. Also there is Pierre. I kinda like the team spots here to prevent him from using Catherine. sure Opera doesn't look bad. I could take Breakthrough and Wave together with that. I miss out on the team spots then. So Kremlin also doesn't become a great option. It does give me a lot of culture protection as well. So that's good. Still the Rifleman for strength. I could still take the team spots, sure, then miss out on the... Yeah, what do I skip then? Wave. That's also pretty strong. Nah, I think I'm gonna go team spots. I will have corruption, that isn't great. It is how it is. Just so good with the events. We know both events and both of them favor this play. I could have even skipped the second, the Opera, but no. I could still go for Kremlin now. Depending on if he gets a happy face, he could just increase pop, build an extra drama, and then he would win the immigration. But then I could just counter by going for one extra happy face as well. And then I can actually take that away from him. So if he decides not to push because he wants to try and win the immigration alone, I could just build an extra team spots. But I guess I could destroy the religion and rebuild that. Okay, he does take away the Rifleman. Okay. There's Cornmon. Can't go for this turn. But next. Has to be Raiders, of course. And the food is not doing much at the moment. Could just lose the food. What do I do with that then? I want the common and the navigation maybe. Again with the corruption. Like this, I can go for Conmon next turn. There's still also the immigration on top. If I just go for this, then he's no chance of taking away the immigration for himself. The problem is if I go for Opera, then I don't have enough for Conmon next turn. And I think I like the navigation. Kinda like this. Go for Conmon next turn. Okay, we have a tactic. That's good. They still do calf. Could even go for statue. Maybe I should have saved the food then. So he will use Catherine's ability now, but we will be the lone winner of the immigration. And he also really needs food, so I think that is good. He steals one yellow cube, but the yellow cubes don't do that much at the moment. Okay, you will steal that. Fine, fine. Means we get a breakthrough and a patriotism. Sadly, I can't push to get that immigration. And again, corruption issues. Another one. I don't know. Railroad? I mean, railroad this turn? No. Doesn't work this turn. Maybe next turn. We have time. I need all of these cards. And now I can build Wonder. No. Can't build Wonder. Can't build Wonder. Maybe next turn. Hey, Topology, you're welcome. So I like destroying the religion, getting out of corruption here somehow. Issue is this doesn't get me out of corruption. This guy could. Good journalism. Well, I can't do it right now. I really need that Cornmon. In general, I think I don't have the science for journalism. Not much time. Actually, there is a way to do this. I don't have much time. Yeah, I guess we'll just have corruption. I don't like it, but that's how it is. So immigration, at least we get that pop. And that will give us food programs immediately. I don't know, maybe I could have done that. Destroy both warriors, build one printing press, one philosophy. That would mean that I have enough science for KF, and it gives a lot of extra culture production from Darwin. Oh, that's an early mag-egg. We need science, not rocks here, sadly. I would still take it. That also helps with the starvation. I have to send both. That is a little bit expensive, especially with another colony being in there. Yeah, science. Science is the big issue. least like this, I'm stronger and I can still bid for the strategic. The biggest problem is I still can't go for McAg next turn, but in a couple of turns I can go for it, and then it will be good. And I will have a lot of rocks. There's Pierre. Could even use Pet. Yeah, I thought about it using Pet here, but it's still really good to have for an eventual war turn. We really need the MA. I didn't need it here. So, yeah. So hello Pierre, hello Revolutionary Idea. How full is our hand? Pretty full, right? Oh, I can't do math, apparently. I do have enough for the McAg next turn. Yeah, apparently I can't do math. So that's great. Next turn, 2 McAgs. There's even Red Cross. Yeah, Manhattan can also be interesting. We don't have Pop yet, and we want Strength. And he has strategy in hand, he has a lot of strength potential. He hasn't played politics yet. We could see a war this turn. I think that would be hard for him if we can just go Manhattan. Okay, no war, no politics at all. He doesn't want to push into that. He does take away the revolutionary. Still think I'm gonna push here though. Strategic or freedom of movement can both be good. Movement to put religion in team sports. Strategic. That's a pretty cheap strategic for him. Actually a reason to go for Pierre this turn? Not really, right? I can use the Civil Electric from Darwin next turn. I only get 1 extra culture production. And then take these 2 cards. 2 extra population next turn is really good. And then there's still the possibility for Manhattan. And we have enough science for Cavalrymen. So we could go for Hussars. I'm wondering if I should show that. Just because of MAs. But I have a lot of pets in hand. If it goes for war, I can build 4 cavalrymen and play the tactic in the same turn. So I think that's fine. Democracy. Ooh, we could go for democracy here. Culture is really, really close. Culture protection as well. And now I think we put religion into team sports and then go for Pierre. Okay, if he does go for democracy here, still doesn't have any extra population, so he can't build more dramas. But if he does, then that's a lot of culture production. And we don't have the science to go for operas. That would be the next ideal thing. Go for those operas. But I might just have to go for cavalrymen, get some strength. all of these impacts aren't that great. I mean, Emperor Strength can be. That is also a good reason to go for SARS. Democracy and Revolutionary Idea. Is he gonna go for that? No. So we will get the Revolutionary. That is pretty good at least. Actually, I might just take this from philosophy instead of the religion. Getting stronger. Yeah, Red Cross. But what does that mean for us, Red Cross? I mean, I can't really not go for any... Or can I just go for no strength? Promise he does have that Manhattan. So we have to be careful. And one option could be to just increase population once. Yeah, so if we can just grab it next turn. Still have, with the reserves, we still have enough to finish it. Yeah, I think getting the strength up here is pretty good. Darwin to deny air forces. Well, we can never go for air force, and I don't think he can either. I think he wants to go for multimedias and the Manhattan. I don't think air forces are important here. And we don't draw war, so that won't be an option for us either, I think. Actually, can he finish Manhattan for 3 and grab spaceflight? He could do that. He kinda has to. There's only those 2 wonders. He can't really go for Red Cross. And if he wants a wonder that gives a lot of culture, he doesn't really have another choice besides that. Also, he might want the strength. We don't know what these cards are. But they probably have something to do with strength. So we don't have another good impact. Only the Emperor Strength, and then we probably want to play that on our last turn. And technology won't really work, I think. I mean, he probably also wants to go for multimedia this turn. But then he will stay weaker and can't get a wonder. I think it's looking good now. Okay, will he go for multimedia? Yeah. So no wonder for him. I mean, he does get a wonder. It's at 10 culture. That is hopefully not enough. So that's why I'm saying no wonder for him. I mean, I probably don't try the aggression, and I can just go for the Olympic Games here. Play the Emperor Strength. I think I'm gonna win that. There's so many rocks. Politics of Strength, great. But not a great card draw. But government doesn't work. Yeah, pretty bad card draw. But at least he doesn't draw anything next turn. So what do we go for? I was thinking about spaceflight because we have so many rocks here. Or I just go for the dramas with those rocks. And the red cross with the food. Space Flood is at 16. He can steal one of our steps from the red cross and we get the rest. So he gets 6. We get 24. And then we get 4 more. It's actually not that much better than Spaceflight here. And we don't get population. But I can't do this anyway. I think that's still the correct play. The operas from the warrior is pretty good. And then we get the red cross. I guess we could keep one. I'm never gonna play the Imp of Government at 18 to 23, and we have no extra science. So keeping one aggression instead might be better. Progress 12 to 10, also not so great. Yeah, we don't have any good impacts, sadly. And he has to use his reserves for the food that he needs for our Red Cross. Still need to win that Input of Strength in the end, but I think we can just do that on our last turn. That shouldn't be too hard. And it looks like he doesn't want to push. But if there's only very few impacts, I don't really see us losing. He would need a couple of really good impacts, and then we've seen a lot of the good ones for him, I think. And architecture is still there, but our architecture isn't bad, especially because we're gonna build a couple of extra operas. We have a lot of stuff here. 14 food, 25 rocks. More than he has. So culture is close, but we are ahead. Okay, he can afford that apparently. He will stay weaker though. But sadly I don't think we can really push here, can we? No, focus doesn't work. Technology also doesn't work. So I'd have to try an aggression. Yeah. I mean, we can try another aggression next turn at least, so there's that. Yeah, this works out great. 20 culture production, same as him. Enough rocks next turn. I mean, he finishes this, gets 13 extra strength, so 26. We have enough food for one more population, build a cave, destroy something, build another cave. We have the rocks for that. So we will win the strength. And then we have 134 plus 20. Yes, 126 plus 20. But we are ahead. Endowment. Endowment is... finish this. Yeah, we have to finish that. If we want endowment, we only get one of these. Not the second one, so -3 from not having the opera this turn, but +6. That doesn't sound bad. Still have enough civil actions next turn, we don't really do much. And then we have that endowment. Yeah, I guess that works. We have corruption, but yeah, rocks are no problem. Didn't see the endowment there on the last spot. Of course, then we can take it. I can actually keep the raid. I mean, there's no chance that that he doesn't finish the Manhattan. But maybe he can't push right now, because this might be strength related still. And then if he doesn't push here, we don't push, then both of us have one impact. I win ours, he wins his probably, but then he can't overtake us. Or so is the plan. Oh, he will push. Ravages, okay. That actually turns out alright for him. I mean, I can still destroy the Forbidden City, so we both get 2 extra culture from that. Sadly, that wasn't strength related. But that does mean he does have 2 impacts, but I don't think that will be enough. He gets 12 from his Wonder in 20 production. I also don't think he can make it so that he would win the strength. We have 22 rocks. If we really need to, destroy a lot of stuff and just build 4 cav. He will go on Air Force. Now I am become the destroyer of worlds. So endowment. So this makes us stronger than him, and yeah, I still want 1 extra opera. I think I'm just going to destroy the iron. This doesn't really look like harmony with him going for that Air Force. If it's harmony, we win. So what do we have? Strength 10-0 for us. Variety 14-16, and the last one is Science 0-10. So rather close, but enough for us. 203-189. Nice game, quite interesting. And we are able to win it, so that means puntos. Puntos. Thanks, guys, thanks. And let's get those puntos.